All right, there we go. We are started. Yo, yo, yo. What up, everybody?
So like I, so you really like the Bradbury pickup by
Yeah,
the
I do.
Eagles, huh?
I think that because they already have Darius Slay, it makes a lot of sense for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, that's gonna be. The more you look into it, the more you're like, fuck.
Who, you as a Giants fan?
Yeah, yeah. Anybody in that division, you're just like, Jesus. It's gonna be tough for everybody to get open now because Slay is just
hmm
so good. Man up, he's one of the best in the league. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? Regardless, that man, he balls out every
Even if
Sunday.
people put up stats against them, it's gonna be hard. You know what I mean?
The only thing that worries me is about the safety help he's
Yeah,
gonna get
yeah.
in
That
Philly.
is one thing. That's why only gave them a B plus because yeah, they're good, but their safeties aren't nothing special.
And I hope N'Kobe Dean comes in and plays and balls out for him too. As much as I don't like the Eagles as a Giants fan, they really did steal that kid in the third
Yeah,
round.
they had a pretty good draft, and they picked up uh Hassan Riddick, who
Yeah.
had 12 and a half sacks last year, and then they picked up the kid in the first, what's his name, from Georgia, who every
Oh,
yeah, the guy who ran like a
Davis.
4.5, and he's fucking huge.
Yeah, no, definitely. They went out and addressed the defensive side of the ball. I honestly hope the Beast of the East shows back up. We start producing three solid teams like we did in like
Yeah,
2010, 11.
this is what I.
You
What
know,
up, Antoine? This is what I said. I think it's gonna
I
go. The Cowboys and Eagles are gonna be at the top of the division, but I think the Eagles are gonna win it at 10-7, and then they're both gonna be 10-7. But I think
I don't see how you put the Redskins over the
because they
Giants
have
though.
Carson Wentz.
You like that
Well,
move?
I no
You
Carson,
like that?
but like Carson Wentz isn't great, but he plays great in the season. Even though he ruins it at the end, he still puts up great numbers.
I don't know. I think he's washed a little bit. He had his fun in Philly.
If
That
he's
was
gonna come
it.
back and do anything, though, it's gonna be for this team because he gets to play them
Yeah,
every
yeah.
every
Yo, if the Redskins make the playoffs, he wins comeback player of
That
the year.
defense is nasty too, and he got Terry McLaurin and
Yeah,
two pretty
yeah.
decent running backs.
That kid. Yeah, he's something else, McLaurin
Yeah, I
there.
like him.
I don't know. Like I said, I want to see the Beast of the East come back. I want to see I I like Jalen Hurts
Yeah,
a
me
lot in
too.
Philly. If they could figure him out, they'd be fucking unstoppable. They would they would shut a lot of teams out because he could be
Yeah.
electric.
Antoine said Dallas ain't going anywhere anytime soon until we pick up some solid second string linemen. You mean offensive linemen, right? Because once someone goes down, you ain't got no one behind them.
I have no faith. I have no faith in the Cowboys. I think Zeke's a freaking bust anymore. I could say the same thing about Saquon. I don't think they're the top two running. Like you said with the Eagles, man. I think they have the best running back in the
Yeah.
division. At this point, right now, going into this year, we don't know what kind of Zeke or what kind of Saquon we're gonna get out of. Though they should be studs. They should
Yeah.
already be at the level Derrick Henry's
But I
at.
have more hope for Saquon than I do Zeke.
Zeke's getting
He
fat.
got that
That's his
money
fucking
now,
problem.
and he ain't worried about anything else. He's like, bro, I got paid.
He's
I
eating.
don't care. I'm gonna sell jerseys. I'm Ezekiel Elliott, and all I got to do.
Yeah, but I mean, this would be the year that would throw him off with Dallas fans. You know, a lot of Dallas fans are going to agree to disagree with me on this one. But Zeke is definitely a bum
Damn, a bum.
at this point in his career.
What did he have last year? His stats. Did he at least rush for like 750?
I don't even. I
Yeah,
mean,
what up,
I'm
Dale?
gonna assume so. They had one of the best offensive lines in
Yeah,
the
but
league. That's
I don't
where
even
that
think
comes into
he. I think
play.
Pollard did almost just as good as he did. Let's see.
Zeke If Zeke is on any other team besides Dallas last year, he would have really messed up a lot of people's
Nah,
fantasy league, and
he
I'll
ran
tell you
for a
that much.
thousand, and he had a 4.2 average and 10 touchdowns.
It's gone down his last couple. Yeah, but we're used to the
Yeah,
Zeke
at least
one his
12.
first 2 years in the
He had
league.
1,600
Yeah.
with 15 touchdowns. Then he was hurt the next year, I think. He had 983 with 7. Then he had 1434 with a 4.
No, he was
Damn.
suspended, remember?
Yeah, that dude. Yeah, that's right.
He got he got suspended. That's what everybody was freaking out about. I think it was in 2019 he was suspended.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Man, that'd be cool though if Zeke and Saquon came out and actually showed everybody they're the best two in the league. That'd be cool. I mean, Derrick Henry's always going to be up
Yeah,
there.
and I think Najee Harris is gonna
I read an
be
article
up there
today.
soon too, for sure.
I read well, let me get to that. I was filling out like draft boards, because we're past our draft. You get if you play fantasy football, you better be getting ready now because I mean like this is if you're real like fantasy football, you get into these leagues, you want to start making draft boards, you're talking to people. I put Najee Harris as my second best available running back, but I was reading an article today that said that McCaffrey,
We don't even know
Kamara,
if McCaffrey is
Saquon,
gonna even
and
be healthy.
right, they were saying all these running backs are no longer like top flight running backs, and you're just like you literally named the top six running backs in the NFL that people are going to take in the
Yep.
draft.
And I think Najee has the potential
Like
to be number one.
Najee helped me win a championship last year. That's why if I have the chance to, I'll take him. He's not my first player
Yeah,
off the board, but I
he's
take
definitely
him.
a first round pick.
First or
Yeah,
early second, like if you get that no, that last pick and then that first pick in the second round, you'll be all right picking Najee Harris in the first of the
yeah.
second
I
round.
wonder what PFF has you guys your win over or under at. Do you know?
I was just gonna read that article today, but I scrolled
They
past
have
it.
us over. They have.
I don't really like to read
Yeah,
that
I know.
stuff.
PFF sucks.
Yeah, because they have grades on there for certain players, and you're just like, man, this guy like really balled out, and you're like ranking him in like the 60
Bro,
percentile of what
they
he
have
should
Minka
be.
Fitzpatrick like horrible. They have the Steelers at over 7.5 instead of like under
Put it this
whatever.
way, they're so off that they literally have Jamal Adams as like the best safety in the league, and he
What does he
cannot play
say? Jamal
coverage.
Adams is the
He
best safety in the nation. Or the best in the nation.
he's but he can't play coverage.
He's a
Put him
linebacker,
one on
bro.
one with a tight end. Tight
He's a
end's gonna
tweener,
win.
and that's all he's ever gonna be. Why would I pay him when I could
Remember
pay
Deion
Terrell
Buchanan?
Edmonds 2.5 million to do the exact same thing?
You remember Deion Buchanan for
Of
the
course.
Cardinals? He was the first ever player I've ever seen that was a tweener that came in and played like he knew he sucked in coverage. He literally said that. He's like, I am not the greatest safety you're gonna see cover a tight end, but if you run that football, I'm gonna come up and
Yeah.
hit you. And that's what he literally created the position for the Terrell
Ryan
Edmonds
Clark's.
and
Don't forget
guys
Ryan
that really
Clark,
like,
one of the greatest
yeah,
ever
the guys
to
that,
do that. play that tweener position and lay mother out.
yeah, man. I mean, shit, you're never gonna see guys like Ed Reed,
Oh
Troy
no.
Polamalu, John Lynch, safeties like that because you can't hit
Yeah,
anybody
that's
in
a
the
flag.
NFL anymore,
Even if it's
right?
legal,
Like right
it's a
now,
flag.
if Ed Reed or Troy was to play right now, Troy would get a bunch of pass interference calls, and Ed Reed would be ejected out of games
Yep.
left and right. They would get him for targeting on almost every play he plays because that man would hit just about anybody just to
They
hit him.
said I forget who it was. It was like a middle linebacker that played with the Eagles for a little bit. He said that he was playing. They were playing the Packers, I think, and he's like, I think it was Donald Driver or Greg Jennings. He was like, "Oh, we're gonna see if he I forget how he said it. He's like, we're gonna see how much he wants to play football." And he said when he came up and he hit him, he was like, "I was trying to take the soul out of his body." Like he was like, bro, and he meant it. Like he hit him so hard, and like it should have been an easy catch, almost touchdown by I think it was Greg Jennings, and he hit him so hard. I'm surprised Greg Jennings
Oh
got
no,
up.
no, yeah,
Like
no.
I was just like, damn, like that. That's crazy.
Yeah, Twan said that they can't sit a tackle towards the end of the season without their line going to shit. Yeah, that's the problem with having four Pro Bowl freaking offensive
You gotta
linemen on
pay
your
them all.
team. I mean,
Hmm.
yeah,
So you can't have
that's
no
why
backup.
what's his name just called it quits. He just called it quits. He even said, "If I can't play for Dallas, I don't want to play for anybody." So I mean, what was his name? Who the hell retired off your offensive line? Your center, I believe it was. He said, "If I can't play for Dallas, and Dallas had already paid Smith and your guard there a lot of money. They just let La'el Collins go. They're hurting on the offensive line. They definitely." It's going to be a hard year to watch for Dallas fans. You're so used to your quarterback being upright all the time. He's going to be
Yeah,
running.
Dak ain't even built
He's
that
going to be
great
running.
either anymore.
Right, he's not. If Zeke doesn't show up, it's going to be a hard time. And then you guys traded Amari Cooper for next to
Yeah,
nothing.
no, I mean, at least it was to the AFC. I'm not happy with the team because Amari Cooper is good and he's a Brown now.
Right, no, hands down. Amari Cooper is one of the best
Possession
in the
receivers,
league. You know what I
hands
mean?
down.
My man could run a route with his
Yeah,
eyes
and
closed. That's how good of a route runner he is.
route
Like, I'm
running and
not
his
worried about
hands
him
are
catching the
nice,
ball.
bro.
He's right. He gets open and
Hmm.
he catches the football. That's what you need out of a receiver. Just
I
like AJ
think
Brown for the Eagles. Runs routes, he gets open,
I
he
think they
catches the
better hope
football.
that CJ Lamb. I mean, we know he's good, but we better hope that they better hope he's the real deal.
Yeah, I'm just hoping the Alabama product thing there doesn't come and bite him, you know what I mean? I'm
Yeah.
hoping that I do like certain Alabama players, but I'm sorry, they're not built for the
Some
pros.
defense, yeah. Offense, no.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying some I do like some Alabama products
Yeah.
that come out, but a lot of the times,
You better
like
hope
they
Neil.
can't produce a first
You
round
better hope
quarterback.
Neil's right. But they do have a lot of good offensive linemen. So that's not the same. It's like their running backs, their wide receivers, their I don't even know who's an Alabama quarterback because I don't know. You tell me. Oh yeah, yeah,
Tua,
yeah, yeah. But Tua's also he was in Oklahoma, right?
nah, Tua played all every
Oh,
year
so
at
I remember it
Alabama.
was that's where who
That's Jalen.
Jalen, Tua, and who Baker were all on the same team at once.
Nah, I don't think Baker.
It was
Where
three
the fuck
first
did
round
Baker go?
quarterbacks
Did
that
you?
all played for the same team at a time, but
Oh, what's
Mac
his name?
Jones,
Mac
that's what it
Jones. Mac
was.
Jones for the
That's
Patriots.
crazy.
I like Mac Jones. I like Mac
Yo,
Jones.
people are
Don't sleep on
calling
him.
Pickett a mixture of Mac Jones and Joe Burrow
I could
because he
see
knows
it.
how to manage the game like Mac Jones, and he's like he can throw on the run almost as good as Burrow, but I don't want to say almost as good, but he's up there. If Burrow's in 88, he's in 80. You know what I mean?
You know, you know what gets me is the AFC has the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah, Russell Wilson, Patrick
You got
Mahomes.
Ju- you got
But what about
Justin, you got Josh Allen, Russell Wilson.
Aaron Rodgers and the GOAT?
Okay, compared to what? Lamar
But come on,
Jackson, Joe
as much as I
Burrow,
hate, I
Pat
don't want to talk shit
Mahomes.
about Lamar Jackson because I got to see him twice a year. But let's be honest. In order for Lamar Jackson to
Don't say it,
even,
because
he has
I'm
to
a
be
big.
100% almost. Well, nah, he don't even have to be 100%. But Lamar Jackson has to
My
have
man's got.
other things working in order for him to be successful.
I don't know why people say that because that man is 35 and 17 for the
He don't beat us.
Baltimore Ravens.
He don't beat the Steelers.
He is not a bad quarterback. The Steelers get after him. Like you said, once he starts getting with his happy
Exactly.
feet
But
and he starts.
that's well, him versus 500 plus teams. He has a horrible record. I don't know if you know that, but especially against the Steelers, the
I didn't.
Patriots, uh, probably Oh, he has the Ravens. The probably going to be the Bengals this year, which is going to be hard for them because the Bengals are every. The Bengals are going to finally see this year. They're finally going to see what it feels like to have that target on your back because you're the best in your division. The Steelers have that every year. You know what I mean? Everyone gives us their
Right.
best.
Well, yo, the Steelers haven't had a losing record since
Yeah, bro.
2002.
I remember that too. That's when Tommy Maddox was our
Well,
quarterback,
it
and
would
we went
be.
6-10.
Yeah, it would be. It would be '03 season,
Mm-hmm.
the '02 '03 season, because you guys took
Berger the next year.
Roethlisberger in the
Yep,
'04
I remember
draft.
that, bro. All of it. I've been here for all of that. He's been my quarterback almost my
Right.
whole
I
life.
watched Eli Manning struggles, man. I was in that. Watch my man. I'm so glad that Roethlisberger and Eli. I wish Philip would have won a Super
I
Bowl. I
mean,
wish he would have.
he
I
was the
just
most
one time.
talented out of the three. I think
Yeah,
he had the most best
pretty much.
accuracy, the best arm,
Oh, he had the biggest arm coming into
the
the
the most
draft that year.
unorthodox
Like that
throw,
kid,
and
bro.
quick release.
You know what's crazy is watching them all retire because we literally grew
I
up
know it
watching
makes me
them.
feel old. Like, damn, they've been playing.
Right, like right now we're watching the new age of the NFL come in. Like it is literally I was reading the article the ball said about the offense today. We're literally just gonna be letting it go. Like the Tooney with Wandell, they're literally gonna go off.
Who? Oh, the wide receivers.
Yeah, I hope Galladay steps up. We're paying him big
Yeah,
money.
I mean, you better hope Landry Jones does something. Because if he does, well, I mean, you don't have to. Because if you guys suck, you're gonna get a top-notch quarterback next year. Whether it's the kid from Ohio
Oh
State,
man,
whether it's the kid from Oklahoma, whether it's
I want I want Spencer
he's from
Rattler.
Oklahoma, right?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
Oklahoma kid.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, I'll take
there's
I'll
three.
take
There's
him.
the
I
the one
think I
kid,
think
Bryce. What? Who's that? Bryce. I think
who's the
he's
kid from
Texas.
Cincinnati? He'll be the first
What?
quarterback.
Cincinnati?
Yeah, don't they
Nah,
have a
that was
good
Desmond
quarterback
Ritter.
down there? Or did he come out
I don't
this
even
year?
know who their
There
backup
you go.
or their
There you go,
quarterback
Ritter.
is now.
Ritter.
He went to the
Ritter, Ritter, Ritter. Watched him.
Falcons this year.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good
Yeah,
fit
I
too.
I wanted him, but I didn't think Pickett was going to be available. I wanted what?
Yeah, the draft class next year is loaded in
Yeah.
quarterbacks. That's why a lot of teams just said whatever, whatever. You know, I do like the attitude that Willis is bringing out of
Yeah,
Tennessee. You know what I mean? He's
bro.
he's carrying
What about
himself well.
Howell?
I don't
Howell
wish
might
Bill.
steal Wentz's job.
Huh?
Sam
Who?
Howell,
Oh,
yeah. A
Howell.
lot of people
Yeah.
thought he was the best quarterback this draft, and he went.
I had him as
But
my
he,
third best
if he came
quarterback,
out
bro.
last year, he would have been number. He would have been one of the top quarterbacks taken. But because he lost all his
Oh no,
receivers
no doubt.
in the
Yeah,
draft of last year, he came into this year with nobody, and he literally still
hmm
did all right.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed last year because I would have been okay with the Giants taking Howell
I
last
mean,
year
y'all could
at
have took
that
him
point.
this year. He slipped to
I
like the
wish Daniel
sixth
Jones.
or fifth
Yeah, look, I have Daniel Jones' jersey, man. I don't want to see. I want to see the man succeed as a Giant. You know what I
it's like
mean?
Juju. So sad Juju left, and now
Yeah.
there's a new number 19.
Yo, but he might come
It ain't
back
gonna be
though.
number 19 if Calvin Austin the third keeps it.
You right.
So he's gonna have to be number 9. Calvin
Take it
Austin's
or
gonna
leave it. No,
be.
like I said, man.
Let's just say Calvin Austin might be better than George Pickens, and George Pickens is definitely gonna be good.
The Steelers are always deep at receiver, man. Whenever I play
Bro,
Madden, I'm always looking to trade for a
we
receiver
literally
from
have
them.
Deontay Johnson, Chase Claypool. Now we have Pickens, Calvin Austin, and a sneaky pickup in for depth. We got Notre Dame's other the one the Ravens couldn't do shit with because they just
Oh,
yeah,
Boykin.
Miles Boykin. So him and Claypool now could be together.
I think Claypool is going to be your best
He better
receiver.
be. Like
Right.
we didn't invest a second round pick for him. Like he should have been a first. He's one of the better
Right.
in that
Yeah, no,
draft. He took a step back though.
he was definitely good. He's just
He's
so
like,
big.
let's
You
get
ever see him in
lit.
real life?
Let's get lit. Like, shut the fuck up and play football, bro. Like, I wouldn't say that to Juju because Juju brings it every game. But Claypool needs to just shut up and play because he's not.
Yeah, he's a prima
He
donna.
and he's soft in ways. But I did see him do some gangster shit in the Vikings game where he just, like, one of the Vikings players was
Yeah.
talking shit and he just grabbed him by his face mask and was like, what? Do something. And the guy just, he didn't do anything. I was like, oh, all right, Claypool. Light
I would.
skin flexing.
I mean, But hey, he fits the bill for the NFL now. It's
Hmm.
soft. You know what I mean? Like some of these plays, you're just like, oh my God, back in the day, they would have been exploded coming across the
Yeah,
middle like
bro.
that. Now you got tight ends literally cutting right through the defense. Like the safeties are even afraid to
That's
come
one
near
thing
them.
that we're gonna be able to finally do again is throw in the middle of the field. We
Yep,
didn't
all
have that
day.
last year, and I think that they did like the numbers. We hit like 90% of our middle of the field throws last year, but it's like Ben just didn't want to throw there, or he didn't have the time,
That's
or
don't you guys have that Notre Dame tight end
no,
down there,
Pat. He was
Fearmouth?
Penn State, baby Gronk,
Penn State, there
but
you
he don't
go.
want to be called that no
Yeah,
more.
there you
But
go.
yeah, that was his nickname in
He
college,
doesn't want to be called
huh?
what? What was he? Does he
He
want to be
didn't want to
called?
be called. He was in high because he's from Massachusetts, somewhere in Boston or in from Massachusetts. His whole life they called him Baby Gronk because that's who he plays like, and he wore 87.
Oh,
So he didn't drop a single pass in 3 years at Penn State.
he said he doesn't want to be
Yeah,
called that anymore.
but his nickname's Muth.
Yeah, I don't blame
Like you
him.
know how we used to go Heath whenever Heath Miller would catch the ball in Pittsburgh. Now they do Muth.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's what we call him.
That I mean, I loved Heath. He was definitely a good tight end. Like I said, you don't see anything like you used to anymore, man. You just see all these guys go out there play, get this big time money.
Bro.
Uh, I I I love watching the NFL. You know what I mean?
Wide
I'll always
receivers are
be a
pissing me
football
off
guy,
because
but
of that. Like,
uh-huh.
bro, Tyreek Hill traded, Devontae Adams traded, Hollywood. Not wait, which Brown? Hollywood
Hollywood
Brown
Brown,
traded.
Hollywood Brown,
Uh, the Titans. The other Brown traded. AJ
AJ
Brown
Brown.
traded. So it's like I heard Debo Samuels wants to be traded. There's been talks that or Deontay Johnson wants to be traded because they want money
Yo,
now.
but I think it was Deontay Dabo Samuel's. He's got legit reason
Bro,
though, man. Have you heard?
Debo's
Yeah,
good, but he only put up one good season.
right. But I mean, he's the 49er offense. He can line up as a running back. He
If
can
he could
line up
stay
as a
healthy, he only
receiver.
been in the league for 2 years, and one of the years he was injured. So right now he's 50-50. You have to prove it.
Did he come out of college hurt though? That's why he
No, he
dropped
got
down
hurt
draft boards.
in the year, I'm pretty sure.
All right, well then you can't judge the kid off
That's
2 years. I
all I'm
like him. I
saying is,
honestly
bro,
thought
give us one more year and you will get paid. But like you're jumping the gun. So
yeah.
is Deontay.
I don't even know what Johnson's problem is in Pittsburgh. I mean, dude, you got it made. You're the number two there.
Technically, he's one. He has the most. He had the most last year.
Well, all right, but on paper, Claypool lineup one.
Yeah, but he don't. He lines up on the right. Usually, your first lines up on the left, and that's Deontay.
Ugh.
And then it goes Claypool, and now you got Pickens, and now you got Calvin Austin.
How many years has Deontay been in the league? Two,
4.
right?
He's 25.
4,
Yep.
and he wants to get paid like big
Yep.
receiver money.
At least
Really?
20 mil, from what I heard.
Is he worth it? You're a Steelers
No,
fan.
not yet. If he could prove this year that he's not going to go back to dropping the ball, then yeah. But I think he had 5 drops, but the year before he led the NFL in drops in like 9 or something.
Oh, he
He
drops the
did
ball a
2
lot.
years ago. Last year he fixed it, but at the end of the year he dropped the ball. Like so, for like the first 14 weeks, I think he dropped 1 football, and then the last 3 games he dropped like fucking 4. You know what I mean? Like, and they were important times of the game.
Oh,
So
right, right. Didn't he drop that one
yeah.
in the end zone at the end of the year?
So
Oh,
it was like, bro, I think we still won the game anyway. I think that was against Baltimore or the Browns. But either way,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like, dude, you have to prove to us that that's not going to happen. We always
Right.
we're known for letting wide receivers walk, bro. Emmanuel Sanders, Mike
No,
Wallace, Plaxico
we just
Burris.
said it.
You're welcome.
We just said it like 10 minutes ago. You guys are always known to have
Yeah,
deep
so like
receivers.
we'll tell
That's
Deontay like, bro, you want to get traded and be our guest. I bet you won't have as good of a career without us. Look at Antonio, one of the best ever. Leaves the Steelers. Yeah, he won a ring with the Bucks, but it was nowhere near close to what he did as a Steeler. He was the best wide receiver for like 7 years in the league, hands down.
He won that with the Bucks and literally told him to fuck off during the Jets, like during the
Well,
Jets
yeah,
game,
because
man.
Bruce
Like,
Arians. But I mean that was also his ego. That's his problem. He has that damn ego. He thinks he's Kanye West, and he wears freaking masks when he goes places and fucking one glove. Like, you're not Michael Jackson, bro. You're a football player.
he said one
He does,
glove
bro. He's
and a mask.
Antonio Brown's cool. Like, he seems like an alright guy, and like when he really talks, you're like, yo, he's way smarter than people give him credit for. But he's weird. But
Right.
he's like, oh well, if you came from where I came from, you would understand. Okay, well, then why are you acting like you're so much better than everybody? Don't that usually humble people? I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, did you? I think it was him. I read an article on that. He performed a rap song to like an empty bar. Like they literally everybody started leaving when he was rapping
Damn,
and shit
they
like
did him
that. I
crusty
think,
like that.
yeah, yeah, like he was just. I think the article said he was like wasted, wasted. Like one of the people that they actually got to interview that was there was like, that dude was tripping and
Oh,
falling
so
just getting
maybe
up on
people
the
would have
stage.
stayed if he wasn't so drunk and acting the
Yeah, if
fool.
he was sober, maybe. I guess. Like I said,
Daryl
I think
said
I don't really
the
believe
Giants
everything.
got rid of their. What are the Giants secondary gonna do? They got rid of like everybody. Any input?
Who'd you say that
He's
to? Who said
Daryl.
that? Giants secondary. Oh man, don't sleep on the safeties we have there though. The kid out of Iowa is definitely a steal. He'll start opposite of McKinnon this year. So I do like Darnay Holmes or one of the kids we took last year. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for our corners. They're
Yeah,
young. Hopefully,
y'all should.
the defensive coordinator comes in. Maybe he finds some diamond in the roughs. The Giants are always known for producing their own corners, though, and I quote that. Corey Webster was a fourth round pick, and he wound up being like an all pro, Pro
Yeah, I
Bowl
remember
type
him.
corner for us. So don't sleep on the guys. Don't sleep on the guys that are on our roster. You just gotta wait to see who steps up in rookie training camp and training camp. I'm not worried. We have some nasty safeties, and I hope that Ojolari and Thibodeau could get some pressure on the quarterback for us.
Yeah,
That's all I'm hoping for.
yeah,
You get
then
pressure on
anybody
the
will look good.
quarterback, and you can put me and
That's a
you.
fact.
You can put me and you at corner, and we're gonna
Exactly.
start. Like, you know what I mean? That's what we have to do. We got to revert back to the Giant way, and that's getting pressure on the quarterback. And we've always done that. That's what won us two
Yeah.
Super Bowls. So if I'm gonna put input on that, don't sleep on the guys on the roster, and just wait to see what our pass rush looks like, and then maybe we'll see. I don't see the Giants making the playoffs this year because of the lack of experience we have at
Yeah, and all
corner.
around, we're
Uh,
really young on the defense.
yeah, we're definitely a young team. I mean, unless we could put it all together, the ball's good like that. J.C. White just put in here, "Go Bills." Yeah, I mean, we took the Bills scheme here, and let's see what happens. We got to
Yeah,
wait
y'all
and
took
see. We're
his
gonna definitely be in
their
rebuild.
OC or quarterback coach.
Offense. We took their offensive coordinator and their assistant general manager. Schoen was a
Oh
general manager
wow.
there for
So you
them.
guys
Yeah, so we
you're the Buffalo
yeah we,
Giants.
we definitely took the Bills blueprint. So you just gotta look back on how the Bills went through their rebuild, and we'll see how it goes. Don't sleep on the guys that are there. Xavier McKinnon's gonna be the X factor. Watch him this year. If he shows up and plays ball like he did at Alabama and he did last year, we will be fine. Not great. We'll be
I mean,
fine.
it really comes down to the Landry Jones and Saquon. Saquon's got to at least have
Yeah,
1,200 and 10 touchdowns. Landry has to throw 20
if
touchdowns and not turn the ball over.
Yeah, I mean, if our offense could put up points, our defense won't have to get tired out. Like we had a top-notch defense last year, and they just got worn down
Yep.
throughout the game. It was like You couldn't even. You saw more of our defense than you did our offense. It was
Yeah.
scary. There was a time we went for it on 3rd and 10 on our own 10-yard line. Like, who does
Steelers did
that?
too last year because we had no offensive line. Our offensive line was doo doo, straight trash.
But yeah, no, don't sleep. Darnay Holmes was good last year in the
Yeah, I was
nickel.
gonna
He'll
ask
slide
you.
over and
Was
take.
he gonna play slot?
He'll Nah, he'll slide over and play the two. He's about 6 foot, about 205 pounds, so he'll slide over. He'll play. That's why we drafted him. I think we
He's
have
a
another
Swiss
one
Army knife.
too. We took last,
He's a Swiss Army knife. He
huh?
could play like any position as in the cornerbacks.
Oh, don't forget, guys. We still have Adoree Jackson. Don't forget that. He was a former first round pick for the
How long ago?
Titans. I mean, he was our number
How
two
long ago was
last
he
year.
drafted?
4 years ago. He's 25. He's 26. He's turning 26
Yeah,
July
well, look at
3rd.
Eli Apple. Eli Apple did showed that if you were a first round talent and sometimes it just didn't work for you.
It's all about where you go and play. Adoree Jackson was rated in just below Bradbury last year in the like percentile of corners. Like Bradbury had 15 bat downs for the Giants. He had about 13. Bradbury had 4 interceptions. He had three. So I mean, he could slide over and play the one. He was the one for the Titans for
Oh
3 years
wow!
until last year when
So
he
that's
tore his
why they were so
Achilles.
okay with letting Bradbury go was because of that.
Yeah, I'm not worried about a number one. I'm worried about who's going to
Yeah,
slide in for two now that Jackson's got to slide over to one because we did have solid corners last year. So everybody's like, oh, Bradbury this, Bradbury that. Bradbury was good. Don't get me wrong, very good. Kind of upset he's going to have to man up against us all year, but it is what it is. I'll take it. We needed money to sign our draft
yeah,
class, unfortunately. That's what happens when you hire a GM that comes in and sabotages you, like David Gettleman
yeah.
did to the
For real,
Giants.
y'all
I
should
mean,
have.
last year, Micah Parsons was right there for us, and we literally drafted a wide receiver that we did
Yeah, because you
not
just paid
need.
Kenny Galladay.
Yeah, because we just paid Galladay literally the month
So it's
before.
idiotic.
But hey, let's see what happens. We got a solid offensive line on paper, so I'm hoping.
Yeah,
Nobody needs worry about the Giants secondary. If Xavier McKinnon shows up and Ojulari and Thibodeau get some pressure with Dax and what's his name, Leonard Williams, we'll be okay. We'll be okay.
yeah.
I don't see us making the
I
playoffs if
said
that's what
seven
you're
and
asking.
10.
Not. That's reasonable. Maybe 8-9, 9-8. I could see a lot of winning records in the East this year on paper. They all look good, even the Cowboys. But like Twan said, it's all down to their offensive line. They have a solid defense. Don't get me wrong. They literally have probably top three players at every
Yeah,
position. So at least one, at least one. You guys might have safety problems, but that was pretty
shit.
much
I got the
fixed.
Steelers going 10-7, so I can't say much. But that's also because it's hard to replace a Hall of Famer, and we have to make sure the line is who they say they are.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a growing pain year for the Steelers, but they're still gonna win. They have
Yeah,
Mike Tomlin at the helm. They're gonna win the football games. That's it. Mike Tomlin's gonna put them in the
and
position to
if we
win.
make it to the playoffs, there's always a chance that we can go decently far because that defense.
If you guys make the playoffs, you're at best second round knockout. You're not gonna make it past the Chiefs.
Who knows now? Without Tyreek Hill, let's see.
But yo, they drafted what's his
I
name? They
know.
got
Well, they picked up Justin
Sky,
Ross as a.
and they
Oh
got
yeah, and
Sky
Sky
Moore.
Moore, and they got Juju, and they got Vandal Scal, whatever, from the Green Bay Packers.
I don't like Tyreek Hill. He was one trick pony. Go
Yeah,
deep and
but
I'll throw
he's
it to
got
you.
1,400 yards all the time, and a lot of touchdowns.
Yeah, because the man could run after catch. It's a
The
simple
cheetah.
screen pass, and that counts as forward progress. But yeah, Daryl, to answer that question, we'll be all right. We'll be good. You could still root for them. We'll win a little bit more than we did last year.
Yeah, I think so too.
If that's where you really want to
And
go.
Evan Neal
I mean,
is an
shit.
instant star.
I've watched every game since I could remember. I mean, my wife could tell you when Sunday comes around and it's football time, I'm in front of that TV. So
Facts.
I know I know what our defense could do now, and I know what our offense is capable of. So
So what do you think the Browns are gonna do with Watson? Do you think the NFL is going to do to Watson?
I'm honestly, I hope the NFL doesn't do shit to Deshaun Watson because I
I
think
think
he's
so
innocent.
too. But what if? But it's not even about him being innocent.
He's already suffered enough, man. He had to sit out all last year and watch the Texans
Well,
just
that was up
throw it
to
all
him.
away.
He could have played. He didn't want to play for the Texans.
Right, but you traded D Hop on him.
That's not why though. I think it had something to do with ownership. Why he wanted to leave. He said who?
Well, because they didn't believe
Oh
him.
yeah, that too.
He said that in an interview. The only reason why he wouldn't play for the Texans is because nobody in that organization believed that he did not do what he did. I mean, come on, man.
I think they're framing
I
him
might have believed
personally.
it. Right. I might have believed it if it was like three or four girls came out one time and then like another three or four. But you mean to tell me 20
22.
women came out
22.
at the same 22 came out at the same
Like he did
exact
it.
time to make allegations?
Yeah, bro. I said the same thing.
Literally the year after he signs to be the
And no,
highest paid quarterback in the
exactly.
NFL.
And now he got an even bigger
Come
extension.
on, something's wrong here. Something's wrong here. And obviously the Cleveland Browns don't even know what they're gonna do because they still have Baker Mayfield sitting
They're
on the
they're
bench.
unfortunately he's gonna get suspended either way because it has not to do with if he's innocent or not. It has to do with did you make the NFL look bad, and he made the NFL look bad.
No, the NFL made the goddamn selves look bad, if you ask me. Roger Goodell is a
You
horrible
think so?
commissioner. I hate that man. He should be taken. It's
Who was
like,
before Goodell again?
man, we could get it's like,
Who was before Goodell?
huh? Oh, what the hell is his name?
I was almost said David Stern,
Older
but that's
guy.
NBA.
I don't know who it was, but like I said, it's just not even. Maybe somebody else can answer that because I'm only. Suspensions didn't happen before Goodell, so you didn't know who the freaking commissioner was.
That's true. Yo,
You know what I mean? He didn't. The only time he seen the commissioner was when he said, "This is the NFL draft. The Jets are now on the
you
clock."
know, but I didn't know Bobby Wagner signed with the Rams.
I
Oh
said that to you.
damn.
Yeah, I said that to you. Dude, the Rams are solid.
Oh man.
They could repeat.
Damn, Bobby Wagner, you fucking fuck.
Yeah, I said that on draft day. That's why, dude, Sean McVay is one of the smartest
He
coaches
can
in the
draft.
NFL.
He can develop.
He could draft, exactly, if not the smartest. And he's only like 40
I don't even
years
think he's
old.
that old, bro. I think he's like 37.
But, dude, whatever. The man is a
Yeah.
genius. You know what I mean? We watched the Rams, okay? We watched the Rams be the laughing stock of the NFL
3 years.
for like 13, 14
No, not
plus
that
years, right?
long. Damn, they won a Super Bowl. What do you mean?
Yeah, what, in 2001? Wasn't that
Yeah, the
99 when
greatest show
Eddie
on
George or
turf.
David Gibbons? Yeah, David Gibbons missed the end
Well, no, and
zone.
then they were in the Super Bowl again when they lost to the Patriots in like oh 04 or 5.
Oh,
So
you're
they
right.
were good.
Sorry, Rams. Sorry, Rams fans.
And then they
But either
made
way,
it back to the
you
Super
watch the
Bowl, but they lost it. Remember?
yeah, either way, you
With
watch them
golf.
just choke and choke cuz right, and then all of a sudden this 33-year-old kid comes in and says, "I'm
I
just
know,
going to
this
do
little
what I
baby
want to do."
faced. He came for what, the 49ers offensive coordinator, right?
I believe
Yeah,
so. I'm
like
not sure what
him,
his
the 49ers coach. There's another coach too. They all come from the same tree, and that's why they all run like that crazy fast tempo offense where they run freaking screens and
Hey, you know what? You ever notice that none of the Bill Belichick tree has ever been successful in the
well, that's
NFL?
hard. That you can't really say that because Brian Flores was going to be successful. One, the
Yo,
Jets. What's his
yo,
name?
how about that
Yeah,
lawsuit
but that
though?
that's why he doesn't have a. That's why he's not the Giants coach right now. Is because of that lawsuit. Because if that lawsuit wasn't there, I don't. I think he would have
No,
been your coach. You don't think so?
nope. I liked Flores, but I don't think no because they were looking for a
Offense.
coach to come in and work
Yeah,
with
that's
Daniel
true.
Jones.
But
They were that's
what's his name
the
for the Jets though?
he filed.
Uh,
Yeah, I know, but look at the quarterbacks in the for the
no,
Jets
I'm
under him.
talking. Oh well, I mean, he made it to the AFC Championship with Mark Sanchez like twice. What's his name? The big guy.
That's still.
Yeah,
Oh,
Rex
Rex.
Rex Ryan, right? Facts. Rex
Hmm.
Ryan was very successful for a little bit. For a little bit.
Oh, yo, Rex Ryan
Yeah,
he was
so
genius.
some
He
do.
said, "Ha ha
Charlie
ha."
Wentz ended up becoming a pretty decent coach at Notre Dame.
Yeah,
I'm not
Notre
saying
Dame.
NFL, but he
Talk about.
was from his team. Nick
You
Saban
right.
too, right?
You
Isn't
right.
Nick Saban from? Wasn't he from Belichick's team?
Yeah, but he's not
Yeah, that's
successful in the
true. That's
NFL.
true.
Not never. Not
College,
not
but
never.
he still is the
Yo, he
Belichick
literally
of
said it when he
college. Let's not forget that.
right, but yo, he literally said it when he left the Dolphins. He said, "I will never be
Yeah,
back in
now
the
he's
NFL
bitching because
ever."
he can't be the biggest boosting uh team in college football. You heard about what happened? He's like bitching because
No, what happened?
he pretty much made he went out and had a press conference where he pretty much called out Texas A&M for like paying their players to come play because they have the Alabama for once now has the number 2 recruiting class in college football, and Texas A&M has
Well,
one.
yo, that's because Alabama, you literally only have to be good at football to get into that school if you're a
Well,
football player.
it's
Like, you
not
don't have
just
to have
that.
good
They've been bro
academics.
out of the top 30 programs, they all pay guys. There's a booster. They all
Oh, no
do.
doubt. But now you're
Yeah, and
allowed
now you're
to.
allowed to. So now he's salty. You know what I'm saying?
Well, tell your boosters to
But they're
pay
still
up.
illegal. Like a player could be paid for his likeness. You can't just pay him to come to your school.
No, I mean, yeah, he could be paid but for jersey sales and
Endorsements.
like yeah, like if they ever did like the
Yeah,
NCAA
which they
video
are.
game again, they could all be paid for that. No, I know, that's dope. I can't
Or
wait.
say if there's a local drink that like the school endorses, like a I don't know, like a Powerade type drink, he could be the spokesman and face of that and get paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So like a team could line that up. So like, oh, you come here, we have this strawberry milk that you can get paid
This
$20,000
guy
to
said
freaking
strawberry
push.
milk.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Eh,
But no, bro. Nick Saban was like, "Yo, bro, come in my car. Yo, bro, this is your car, bro." Like that's how he was getting guys to come. You know what I mean?
right.
And USC, which is fucked up because they gave Reggie Miller what was it, a Cadillac and like flat screen TVs. Reggie
Oh,
Bush,
Reggie
yeah.
Bush and Matt
Yeah.
Leinart. Yeah, Reggie
And
Bush
look
and
how
Matt Leinart.
they still suck because of it. Because what the NCAA did to
Well,
them.
yo, they made Reggie Bush give up his
Yep.
Heisman that
Even though
year.
Vince Young gave it back to him.
Yeah, Vince Young. I mean, that's
He's like,
class
I
act
didn't
by Vince
win.
Young. Shout
What
out to Vince.
the fuck?
I didn't. Yeah, no. I mean, dude, it was
Yeah,
close.
bro, that
They,
was
I would have been okay if Vince
that was
won
one of the
that year
first years
too.
I watched like all of college football, like faithfully.
Oh yeah, because it was
So
electric.
crazy, bro.
It was,
Reggie Bush, oh my god,
yeah.
Vince. Oh, and they were in the freaking what was it? They played in the Rose Bowl, right?
Yeah, that was the start of the
Yep.
spread offense. Was the Vince Young, Reggie Bush
Yep, that's
era?
Joe Hayden came after that. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because at that point now you needed corners that came up and played.
Man,
Which
Joe
Joe
Hayden was
Hayden,
that
you got hit
dude.
by him, you felt it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he was different. He was different. You got your Michael
Yep.
Jenkins, you got the guys that could play as a linebacker and corners that could play as a strong safety like a thumper and
And then
still
they turned
cover.
into Tyrone
And
Matthew type players.
yeah, now you have the fast what is it? The fast paced game now. Now you got receivers that are like 5'9", 5'10", flying all
Yeah.
over the field. You got corners that are 6'1", 205, lengthy as
Yeah, bro.
shit, running all over the
Yeah.
place. Like you don't see
I like this
like
Levi Wallace guy
um
we got from the Bills. He's 6'2". He was
what's
a
his name?
walk on at Bama at cornerback, and then he was undrafted, went to the Bills, ended up getting the starting job, and has like started the last 2 years I think there.
You had Marlon
Oh yeah,
Humphreys
Marlon
too, man.
Humphrey,
He's
and he will
lengthy,
fucking
lengthy.
pop
Like
you.
no, I
He can
know.
lay a
He's
motherfucker out.
he's definitely one of the best. Him and Marcus Peters are definitely good. But you know what? I gotta
You're
hop
good.
off
It's
this
about that
anyway.
time.
It'd be real good for this podcast if people got on and asked
Yeah,
questions like Daryl did. That's
facts.
definitely I'll talk about anything. I'll tell you anything you need to know. I'll hands
Yeah, I
down. But
appreciate everyone
share
watching.
this video, like
For
it.
real.
Yeah,
It's gonna
exactly.
keep
For
getting
sure.
better as we go
Just
on,
show the
y'all.
love.
Especially when the football season.
Wait till
Yeah,
the season. Yeah, once the season starts, it's definitely gonna be a lot more to talk
exactly.
about. A lot.
We'll
We'll
talk
talk
about
about
betting,
games, standings, what we thought.
all that
Yeah.
shit.
This rookie class is under the microscope for me. There's a lot of this draft was deep at other positions other than quarterback, so I
Yeah,
can't
and
wait.
Kenny Pickett's gonna be good though. I don't
Yeah,
know
no
yet.
doubt.
All
But
right,
all
bro.
right, brother
Got it.
man, I'll I'll
All
hit you
right,
up on
bro.
the
All
side.
right.
Let me know.
All right. Peace.